Mountain hunters stand alone in the big game hunting world as the toughest and most determined hunters alive. It's amazing what sheep and goat hunters have to endure as they climb the ever steeper mountains of the world. Most begin in North America and then move on to Asia and Europe. As the years pass, the mountains overwhelm some hunters and they simply settle for the gentler hunts. There are a relative few who continue year after year and expedition after expedition. For those rare individuals who have relentlessly pursued wild sheep and goats, exemplified the highest ethical standards, and committed themselves to the conservation of mountain game, there is the OVIS. There is no application process for the OVIS. Each recipient has already earned the respect of their peers for their accomplishments as both hunter and conservationist. Our 2015 recipient manifests these criteria to the highest degree. That recipient can be seen among the nominees whose photos are now on the screen. The recipient of the 2015 OVIS is Kenneth Barr of Kelseyville, California. Ken, please begin making your way to the stage. Ken Barr has certainly set himself apart in recent years as one of the world's premier mountain hunters. From GSCO's records, we find that Ken began his mountain hunting career only some 23 years ago. However, once Ken got the mountain hunting bug, he has gone full tilt, as some might say. Amazingly, he has mixed in hunting on every huntable continent for every other type of big game, but there's no doubt he is concentrated on the wild sheep and goats of the world. Ken has the OVIS World Slam Super 30 as well as the Capra Super 30, as you would imagine. As for the OVIS sheep species, Ken has a total of 62 trophies, all documented and recorded with GSCO. And for the Capra Goat trophies, he's up to 43 on that list. Speaking of documentation, Ken's been very conscientious in that regard. And even with his busy schedule of hunting and running a full-time farming operation, he has closely worked with GSCO in the ever-important aspect of reporting, recording, and documenting. He's seen in almost every issue of SlamQuest. Another area where Ken has distinguished himself is as a conservationist. Ken has a very quiet demeanor, but he speaks loudly when it comes to his commitment to conservation. It's not just GSCO that Ken supports, but SCI, the Wild Sheep Foundation, and many other smaller organizations. He's done his part and has certainly been one of those to put back. You've been seeing some great trophies Ken has taken over the years. Why not let us move right down the list to help show why Ken Barr is the 2015 recipient of the OVIS. Of the North American wild sheep, there are 16 on his list, including 6 Dals. As for the Argalis, he's spent a lot of time after those, including not only a Gobi Argali from Mongolia, but 2 Hungais and 2 Altais from that country. He's gone to Tajikistan 3 times and came away with a Marco Polo on each of those hunts. He has 5 Chinese blue sheep and 4 European mouflons. He was fortunate enough to make it to Iran, where he got the Esfahan, red sheep, and Kerman. And he has the Konya mouflon from Turkey and all the huntable urials. As for the Turs, which are a transition species between OVIS and Capra, Ken has each of those 3 with a total of 6, so he didn't shy away from the steep Caucasus mountain hunting. Moving on to the other Capra trophies, we find that Ken has all the chamois and all the ibex except the Nubian from Sudan. He even has the majestic Bukaran Makor. Considering all of this and so much more, ladies and gentlemen, would you join with us in helping us honor Kenneth Barr as the 14th recipient of the OVIS?